Guys, today I'm going to tell you about our 1989 Nissan Skyline R32 GTS-T. This right-hand drive Skyline is equipped with an RB20 and is rear-wheel drive. So we quickly got our hands on a Rocket Bunny wide-body kit as well as a ton of other parts. We pulled the RB20 out to do a full refresh on it, make some healthy numbers on the dyno. Let's take you guys back to the beginning, roll the clip.
There's one last car here that we want to drive. This feels like a big car. It needs a lot of work. You down? So should we take this one home, guys? RB20 Nissan Skyline R32 GTS rear-wheel drive. What I didn't tell you guys is Ricky and I didn't tell anybody we were doing this. I think they're out doing a photo shoot with the Mustang. So we're gonna pull up to their photo shoot location, kind of surprise them.
No, you didn't. Oh yeah. Dang, dude. You know what I think is the best thing about this car is the price. The price point on these cars is awesome. A GTR is what? How much is a GTR?
Oh, through the roof. Over 100 grand.
Yeah.
You can get into one of these for like 30.
Dude, it's stock as a rock.
We were gonna leave without this and we were like, nah, it, we're taking it back.
Ha ha.
Make a life for myself.
Now, how we found such a cool project car like the GTS-T was actually really easy on AutoTempest.com. Here at throtl, we all love and use AutoTempest, whether we're looking for a personal car, a new project build, or a sweepstakes car. The great thing about AutoTempest is they scour the internet from dealerships, private sellers, and pretty much every other website where they take all the listings, compile them into one neat, presentable package so you can easily find the car that you're looking for, which means all the cars in one search. For example, if you're trying to find your own Nissan Skyline, you will find listings from Carvana, TrueCars, Cars.com, and many other major used car sites. This takes car shopping to a whole new level and keeps online searching simple. So a huge thank you to our friends over at AutoTempest for sponsoring today's video. If you guys are in the market for your own project car, head over to AutoTempest.com. Now let's get back into working on our R32. Okay, so I got our first self-tapper on for the rear over fender. You see over here we have a body line here that runs into the kit. But I really want to get this line set right on the car. I want to get the gas cap area figured out so we don't running into issues with opening and closing that.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and mount up the version 1.5 wing. Has 6 M6 total hardwares that go on. So just gonna go ahead and start to slap this on here if I can by myself. Kit's on, test fitted the wheels, got the intercooler mounted. Now it's time for us to start cutting this thing up. got the fenders back on the car. Ricky's buttoning that all up now because he's gonna bring the trailer that we refurbished and we're gonna take it over to our friends at Torrey Pines Collision so they can start getting it prepped for paint.
What we got going on right now?
Mickey picked some colors for the R32.
Oh!
Hey, that color looks familiar. Dang, yellow. Are these are different colors?
These are completely different colors.
This is it. That's it.
Our R32 GTS-T is now back from paint and in our hands, which means we can now start applying all of the parts that we've been accumulating for this build onto the car.
What's up, guys? Right now we're gonna go ahead and install some infinity taillights for this R32. But everything is pre-made, pre-wired, ready to plug and play.
This is the first time they're side by side, right? Woo! It's so crazy looking.
Well, that was it. This is our second housing completely done. Took us maybe about 2 hours. Could have done both taillights at the same time and kind of shaved time off of both, but we kind of wanted that contrast of the old versus the new. Let's go ahead and test this out compared to the other one. Both of them are on. Our hazards definitely work. They are bright. They're also our turn indicators. That's it for the taillight.
So our single turbo RB20, the factory engine, is out of our Skyline. It's an original engine. It is a fairly old engine. There are some things wrong with it. A little bit of corrosion here. Some of these brackets are nice and crusty, so we're gonna get these all nice and clean painted up. We don't know when the timing belt's been done. We're gonna open it up, find out. Replace the water pump, because this is old and crusty, hasn't been replaced for a while. This washer for the exhaust, that's loose. Also, the exhaust manifold is pretty crusty. The turbo is fairly old and it's fairly withered, so we're gonna be putting a better turbo setup on it. Drained, no problem, no mess, nothing went weird, nothing wrong. Just a good, clean engine drain. See this? Little wipe up, perfect.
I think you missed the
Done.
spot.
Alright, so our short block is pretty much complete aside from a few minor things such as the thermostat and some fittings we have to put on. Now it's time to get the cylinder head back on. So we had this sent out to the machine shop. They actually installed a set of SuperTech valve springs. Those are really nice. It's also going to help us keep the engine safer at a higher RPM when we're doing boost stuff and driving it fast and tuning it. So it's a really nice upgrade to have on one of these engines. We're also going to be upgrading the factory head bolts to ARP head studs. Let's get our new head gasket on, get the cylinder head in. Beautiful RB install, didn't damage anything, didn't damage the firewalls, perfect. So what we have here is a GK Tech short shift kit. You guys saw me swap out the detent springs and the transmission for centering. So this is our actual short shift kit, and there are quite a few cool pieces about this that are upgraded over the factory.
Now it's time to get all the inner workings from our old dash to our new dash. So let's get to work so we can finally toss this new interior into our Skyline. So now that all the plastic stuff from our old dash that we took out of this R32 in the beginning of this build has been transferred over to this excellent R32 dash that was supplied to us from Top Rank, our guy Yaska over there, sourced this for us, and now it's ready to go in the car.
As you guys can see, here is the door panel for the driver's side. It has been reupholstered by AP Upholstery. We got suede at the bottom, leather on top, and we have a silver stitching right down the middle. Ties up our fuel system. We now have it coming from the pressure regulator and back up to the rail. Fuel filter right here. This is coming straight from the pump. It's going to go straight to the rail once the fuel is filtered. And here's our return line going all the way back to the pump. We have all the panels that we got back from SOS Customs. They ended up putting our leather, but with our suede. To the Recaro seat, they are Speed V, and they also have the same gray double stitching with our yellow V with logo. Now this is not interior, but this is low glow, and this is an exterior RGB LED underglow kit. That looks freaking rad!
Yeah, what the?
It's a squid, man.
Dude, it's got green, it's got freaking all the colors. Is this like a default?
Yeah.
Yeah, you set it when you do it.
Purdy.
You got there, Mac?
Oh, just our AccuAir VT tank. So we've had this actually sitting on the shelf for like a couple months now. Sent it off and had it painted to match. It's definitely gonna look sick against this leather.
Torque to spec.
Ricky Styles torque wrench over here or what?
Bro, when I see people torquing their steering wheel, I'm like, seriously? But some people are hardcore. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. Bam.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a heap of stuff from PRP here. These boys are over in Australia and they eat, breathe, and live RB motors.
First step to getting all of our PRP stuff installed is actually to get the timing belt system off the car.
We've got everything plugged in, ready to go. We've got Jimmy on the other end of the phone here on his computer looking through our computer and our ECU. And Will's in the car. He's about to give this thing a key on, see how she goes. Here we are.
Send it. Let's go, dude.
It started.
It ran.
It ran.
It ran good. It ran.
First try. Huge win.
It is dyno day for our R32 GTS-T. We have brought it to Upland, California here at Garage Life. Daniel's going to be tuning the car. We're going to get this thing strapped on the dyno and start making some power.
14.7.
356 wheel, baby. That's a healthy number. That's a good number. Let me get my handy dandy crank calculator out. 356 horsepower at the wheels. Rear wheel drive manual transmission is 416 crank horsepower. So we cracked 400 on this thing. That's a really good number. That's a healthy number. This thing is going to be really fun to drive. It sounds incredible, and the car is running perfectly fine. So we're going to call it, get this thing loaded back up on the trailer, back to the shop and tell the boys.